much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed.
I got off of work, you know, and it's like panda pajama time. It's about bedtime. Let's see here. So I had like a revelation in my head about like it sucks that fishies gone, you know. Well, all I have right, because I was looking at I want to do balancing my ecosystem in my aquarium. So I was looking at shrimp today. So I want some plant waste decomposers, or not plant waste, but just general waste decompose. Like I really want to get a full ecosystem going on in there, and I need to learn more about shrimp. But I found some really cool ones that I really want. So I might actually. I was thinking really hard about buying them, but then I'm like, wait, you know, I could cultivate these. Like they're not cheap, so if I could get them breeding, that would be really nice. Because I want the cool looking ones. So what I did get was, I got some plants today, so we're gonna go over those, and I think I'm actually not gonna plant them, because, fishy's gone, and what I thought about is, like, with the beta, I need to look back over this with my water quality. I gotta figure out, like, I haven't really reviewed how my water test came out. I just tested it and put that on camera so it's on log. So I really don't understand what I'm doing with the water testing. So I gotta figure that out, and if it has anything to do with those tabs, like, it might be easier for me too if I don't have to put those tabs in. I want ground cover in my aquarium. So, I might go get the fluoride or whatever and put it under the rock, like shift the crap around out of that tank and shove that up under the rock where it won't be in fishy's like eating zone, you know, where there's no way he could really eat it and the rock is over it, because my tank is still underdeveloped enough, my aquarium is still underdeveloped enough for me to be able to do that. And I just bought ground cover plants, so I might want to, if I can do soil amendments, do that and then plant these. So I'll show you what I got. Yeah. And this is how deep my substrate is. So, I mean, I could use more depth, especially if I've got stuff that the roots are going to run deep in. So, I mean, I could add a whole layer of that stuff. So I might just go run and get that this weekend before I even think about shrimp. And yeah, the lighting, this aquarium after the algae eaters go into town, and with the new lighting especially, like, it looks so much, like, healthier. So here's the plants that I got. So my aquarium, my fish retailers, they, have, like, some in some tanks that they're growing that you can buy, and then they had these. And I'm looking for ground cover, so I actually found, like, more of that kind of stuff in these containers. So I don't know if I'll ever wind up filming in there. Like, I'm gonna want to ask permission before I do something like that. So yeah, this is the brand. So this would be an Echinodorus tenalis, whatever the hell that is. It's got specifications, so Agave, whatever that is. That's like the brand or whatever. So if you have to order online or something, look for that. So I don't know anything about this. So there's one of the plant species. Is this one? Echinodorus. Then I got this. So this one looks like it's a different brand. And I think this has like some stuff under it. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna have to look this up online, because I kind of want to shove it close to under the log. So this is a Cryptococcine cordata. And then I got another one that has like the same lighting needs, and this is a Taxiphyllum barbari. So I don't know if this is the same as the moss that I shoved in on that log. I don't think it is. So this would be another one I'd probably try shoving up under the log as a ground cover. So yeah, I need an inventory on what these other plants are that I have in my aquarium, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with these real quick here, since I'm not going to plant them yet, because I had a change of heart when I thought about my situation with my soil in my aquarium. Here's what's going to happen with the new plants while I think about what I'm doing with my soil. Blunk. Blunk. Whoop. I dropped it. And blunk. So that way they've at least got the appropriate light. Because it's not going to be until next weekend that I would be getting this, like until Friday. And look at that water quality, dude. What is going on here? So, if anybody knows about that. Anyways, I'll be going to the fish store. We're going to be solving these problems. The Otocinclias seem to be doing fine, so I'm not really worried about them. I don't think they're having an adverse reaction to this water. So if they start showing any signs that they're not doing okay, then I'm going to go lose my mind and work on like fixing stuff all mad scientist style. But I mean, for now I'm not worried about it, and I'm just going to work on getting this tank appropriately prepared and kind of go at my own pace and figuring this stuff out here as quickly as possible, because I want my beta back. They have a really nice beta. I really like how they're treating their fish at the aquarium store I'm going to. So I got a few things I want to try talking to them about. And yeah, if I can get them to let me film in there at all, I'll show you how humanely they're treating their betas. Because it's extremely humane how they're handling their beta situation versus going to Petco or something. And I want to encourage what they're doing and see more pet stores doing that. So, yep. Oh yeah, look at that perky plant. Another thing with this, like, fluorite, if I'm gonna shove that in the tank, is like, I want full ground cover. I want to try to get, like, as much space as I can for the shrimps and stuff and things to hide, like, and get the environment, like, as nutritionally healthy as possible. So, I mean, even with a full, if there's a full ground cover, then what's in the base of the tank shouldn't really matter a whole lot. But I still don't want to cause any confusion of anything that could look like pellets. Like, I'm still gonna play by that rule. If I go for the beta that they have at they've got a few of them, but there's one I'm eyeballing over the fish store. If I go for that one, like, their betas over there are already community tank adapted to, which is another thing that will make me more comfortable putting one of their fish in my aquarium, because they've already been around other fish, so I'll be less likely to expect the aggressive reaction when it gets in the tank. So that's all. Just get that full ground cover and I'd be less worried about weird stuff with the fluoridite. I got algae wafers at Walmart for the photosynthesis, since they're on their own and they're mowing the crap out of those plants. And then I still haven't planted anything. I'll be getting back to you guys about the ground cover plants. So it's after work and this fishy business is about to go down because I kind of failed it, like doing my weekly change this week. I think I might change the carbon filter and see how that helps, but yeah, just the photosynthesis in here now. The plants got to get planted, so I was gonna go get some of that fluoridite or whatever it's called, but I learned a little bit. I'm learning about water parameters. I'm learning about growing live, and the thing about it is like with any substrate that might have nutrients in it, like eventually the plants will eat all of those nutrients. So the flourish tabs that I showed you, the nutrient tabs that I put down in the rocks, like I would have to put those in the aquarium anyways. So trying to find an alternative to that is not going to work, especially with the depth of this tank. So I'm going to go ahead and plant the ground covers, and then I'm going to be using like a long hemostat or something to shove those down in the rocks. I am going to add an extra layer of gravel to give myself more ground to plant in and more room for the roots, since this aquarium doesn't have much plants in it yet and I'm getting ready to carpet. So I might as well just get that done, get it done now, and then see how that's growing and start getting this thing carpeted, and then the shrimp are coming. Okay, water change and basic planting is complete. The photosynthesis have had it easy, and they rule this tank right now, so they've been in a state of bliss being in here with all the plant debris they got to eat when they came in, and they are now finally aware that there is something existing outside of the aquarium. So they became aware of reality now that things have shifted. But they seem to have mellowed out from that pretty quickly. So yeah, really crappy planning job trying to force these things down in there with the difficulty reaching around here. But yeah, I mean, it's some grass, and then those leafy ones are in the back over here because I can't remember their sod needs. And then I put the weird moss stuff. I want it to grow under the log. Yeah. So that's where we're at. Extra ground level, and the snail. He had to run from his life during the water change. So we'll see how these do. I might add more, kind of bring my pH down or whatever is up. I still need to learn my water science. Bring whatever's toxic in my water down again. I'm thinking about doing another water change on Friday when I'm supposed to. Today is Tuesday, May 8th. I need to check on when I need to replace my soil nutrients. And once this thing is planted and running, that's when we're gonna look at shrimps and then beta. Over and out. My snail population is starting to boom. I think if I put the shrimps in here that they will eat the baby snails. This big one, you can't really see him right now, but he's kind of nifty. He's big. I named him Gandalf because he's like the ancient one. He's the biggest. But man, they're taking over up in that filter right there. I don't know what the hell's going on, but look, they're taking over. I gotta get the shrimps in here. Yeah, still no beta. Like, until this place is under control, Oh my god. I think they might have like I don't know what's going on with that moss. Hopefully it'll start growing on the wood, because it's not really doing that. But yeah, I got plants. Alright, I got distracted. I was distracted by the snails. So, I gotta get this open. I'm just kind of like gonna cram these in the aquarium. I'm just gonna cram them in there. Hold on, I'll put you down. I gotta get this rubber band. I like want nothing to do with this fish tank right now. Okay, I've got the rubber band coming up. I have to plant these because they're not in the little thingies like they were before, and the lady kind of directed me directly to these, since that's what I said I wanted when I walked in the store. But yeah, I'll show you what I got. So I'm trying to carpet my aquarium here. So I got this weird stuff. And I don't want it to die, so I have to like plant it right now, which really sucks. Okay, I'm gonna shove this in the aquarium. Goodbye. Here's to another crappy planting job by somebody who has barely any understanding of what they're doing with live plants in an aquarium. I didn't test my water parameters last time I did a water change, which was last Monday, and now it's Wednesday, so I'm gonna check that again. Still need to understand it better. Time has been really crappy for me, so I really having a hard time finding time to do stuff I'm trying to do or need to do or want to do. So I better check the water parameters before I flush this water here. Today is Wednesday, May 17th, 2017. These are my water parameters. Nitrate, NO2, this is at 20. This other nitrate, if my camera will stop being dumb, is at I think that's 0. It's definitely not pink. Total hardness is hard. I'm looking at it here. The lighting is kind of bad, so I don't want to look through the camera. Yeah, I think I'm hard at 150. Alkalinity is reading off like there's a piece of grass on it, or root or something. So I'm gonna call that that's just too hard to tell. And then my bottom one, let's just read this bottom one. It is fucking really pink looking. I'm gonna call that 7.2. I'm gonna call this green one 80. I'm gonna stick this back in and see if that green one will change. So the pH fresh water is reading at 7.2. Yeah, and then that alkalinity one is 80. So that helped. So now I'm gonna look at the beakers. Freshwater ammonia, 0. And I talked to the fish lady. She said the flourish tabs aren't going to cause this problem that I had with fishy dying. 7.2 for the freshwater pH. So I mean that's within parameters. Alright, I gotta change the water. It's just a drain out and add water. No, nothing else. Gotta get them shrimp in there. We'll come back and look at it later of what's happening in here. The snails are trying to build an army, and this snail is on a trip to outer space. He's just going to space. Maybe he died. Maybe he got his butt kicked. Is he alive? I think he's moving his antennas. Yeah, he looks alive to me, man. That snail is just... He's on a trip to outer space, man. Look at that. Okay, so I just got done with my water change and now I need to check my parameters. May 17th post water change aquarium results are nitrate 0. The second nitrate on here 0. Both of them look a little tinted but not quite up to standard. Hardness oh boy, it's hard to move this stick around. Oh boy. I'm gonna call that hard. It's kind of purplish, and the options are green or brown. So I'd say it's more along the lines of hard. I wouldn't necessarily call it very hard. Then the next one, total alkalinity is reading at, on this stick here, between 120 and 180 it looks like. And pH on here looks like it's reading at it's fucking pink, man. I'm gonna say between 7.8 and 8.4 on this thing, just cause like look at it, dude, look at it. I have no idea. I dipped it twice. I don't know why I'm having a hard time with those today. I don't know how old they are either. I got them from a friend. I might buy another batch just see how it goes. So our pH, let's set this down. pH is yellow as hell, so obviously 0. Or no, I'm wrong. It's 6.0. That's what it says on the card. That's what I actually read. So I think by beta parameters, oh, that's not my pH, that's my ammonia. What did I do with the other card? Okay, do over. So the ammonia is a 0. So that is yellow as hell. It's like, okay. Alright, pH. This is a pain in the butt. So, oh boy. I'm gonna say that's looking at roughly, oh boy, I'm gonna call that 7.2. Now I'm gonna test my tap water. Also, I'm gonna use the tap water in the bucket here of what's left over from what I was just putting into the aquarium. Okay, this is the tap water test, May 17th. So, pH. And I have that looks like it's 7.6. That explains something. Ammonia. That's still looking like 0 to me. I just wanted to make sure it doesn't have a green in it. It's kind of hard to tell. I hate that. It might be a 0.25. I think it's a 0. I think it's closer to 0, so maybe somewhere in between. Too low to give a crap. Well, that sucked. I ran out of space and had to stop right when I was almost done here. Oh my. Alright. Freshwater nitrate. Sure as hell looks like 0. The other nitrate 0. Total hardness. Soft. Alkalinity is reading at 40. pH. I gotta turn this. That's reading at like somewhere in between 7.2 and 7.8. Probably. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah. I hate it. It's like kind of purplish. I wonder if that other stuff from the upper level is running down. So I'm going to do this based on the very middle of this. I'm going to say 6.8 to 7.2. Somewhere in between there. It's a big gap. I'll call it 7.0. So anyways, it's late. The problem is that the snails will destroy the plants and eat up the resources for the otocinclus. And the otocinclus are kind of a special fish, and they run this tank right now, so I'm just having an imbalance. I gotta figure out how to deal with that. So we'll get more on that later. I gotta get to bed. And one more thing too, real quick before bedtime here actually. My aquarium store is the ones that told me to test all 3 forms of the water, and that's why I did that, because we were talking about the fact that my beta died.